Okay, so after my masters, I had a lot of job offers in Europe itself to settle down in Europe. Sometimes there is just a gut feeling saying that you shouldn't do it, no matter whatever people say. So,
Right.
so my gut feeling was like I should do something back to my country. Like I should give it back something to my country. I did not
Mm-hmm.
know what UPSC was that time. Had I
Mm-hmm.
known what UPSC was, it would have been a different life for me. I would have
Mm-hmm.
trained. There was a fellowship in New Delhi. It was called as Legislative Assistant to Member of Parliament, LAMP. It's called LAMP Fellowship by PRS. So basically, it's kind of a prestigious fellowship, and they select around 60 people. So
Mm-hmm.
these 60 people, like 60 LAMP fellows, they select us, and we are placed under one member of Parliament office,
Mm-hmm.
and that MP
Okay.
mentors us, like on how the Parliament functions, what we have
Mm-hmm.
to do in the Parliament, how to intervene in the sense how
Mm-hmm.
to raise questions, what to speak, what points to make, or what to speak in specific bills, make bills.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like an entry into politics for people like us, people who are talented, people who want to do something for the country, and people who have aspirations to do something.
Okay. So
So
is
the
it like
system works.
a okay. So once you get selected, is it like a rotational program under different MPs, or you are assigned one MP, and how many years of fellowship is this?
You are assigned one MP for a period of 11 months. For
Okay.
11 months. So usually what they do is for southerners, like if you are from South India, they give us MPs from North India, and
Mm-hmm.
people who are from North India, they give MPs from South India, so that there is a diversity. So I
Good.
was given under MP of Meerut. So
Okay.
Meerut, and from coming from Czech Republic to Meerut was like it was again one different journey. Also, I would like to say that during my course in masters, I two internships also during my masters. During bachelor's, zero
Mm-hmm.
internships. So during
Okay.
masters was when I did my first internship. One was with the government of Bihar. So during my vacations, I had gone to Bihar for 1 month. It was called the
Oh, wow.
Integrated Child Development Services. That was
Okay.
one internship it I did. I did for a month in Bihar, and then
Mm-hmm.
I came back. And then second internship was with the embassy.
Got
So you
it.
can try your luck.
So in your internship in Bihar, what were you doing in that 1 month?
This there is a World Bank funded scheme called Integrated Child Development Services. So it
Mm-hmm.
focuses on the health and nutrition of children between the age
Mm-hmm.
of 0 to 6 years old. So my
Mm-hmm.
role was to do a social audit, like go and see
Mm-hmm.
whether Anganwadi centers. Na basically we are funding Anganwadi centers where they give everything, food and all this. So I was posted in Anganwadi training center. So these
Mm-hmm.
all these women who were trained. Na, so how they are trained, what they are trained.
Okay. Mm.
So
Okay.
this was my role. So I had gone to audit on what is happening, and then I had to make a report and give it.
Got it. And, okay, so after the internship, okay, once you came to LAMP,
MP.
so tell us what do you do in that job role actually?
Okay. So as legislative assistant, you assist the usually MPs are generalists; they are not specialists. So a politician
Mm-hmm.
has his limit. He is excellent with the people, but he might not be good with books, or he might
Mm-hmm.
not be good with the bills. So my work was during that time was whenever there were bills in the parliament. So
Mm-hmm.
I had to read the bill. Bills used to come in lot of pages, 100, 120 pages. I used to make it in 1, 2 pages and
Mm-hmm.
brief the MP on what exactly the bill is, what is happening, and then I
Mm-hmm.
used to give him bullet points on the news, the current news, which is specific to him or related to him. So I used
Mm-hmm.
to make briefings of news. Then we had to raise parliamentary interventions such as questions. It was my role. I had to
Okay.
make him questions and give him, and I had to make him supplementary questions in case they give an answer. What more
Mm-hmm.
can I ask on that?
Okay.
Also, we had to handle letters, basically
Mm-hmm.
all the letters which we used to write to ministers and all, because he was MP that time. So whatever letters we had to write to ministers and all, I used to draft and give it to him. He just used to sign, and that
Okay.
was it. So my role was completely academic. So it is more
Mm-hmm.
of academia and politics. It's not
Got it.
politics like going in the streets, but back end job
Mm-hmm. Got
to
it.
help
Yeah.
in parliament. So
Okay.
that was my role.
So from there on, then you went on to work for Prahlad Joshi, right? Who is
Prahlad Joshi that time was chairman of the standing committee of
okay.
petroleum and natural gas. So I would recommend my viewers, whoever are watching, that they should go and visit the Parliament of India website and see what exactly happens in the Parliament. It's very
Mm-hmm.
useful. So he was the chairman of the petroleum and natural gas committee that time,
Mm-hmm.
as well as he was BJP state president Karnataka during that
Mm-hmm.
time.
Okay.
So he had come during our graduation of this LAM fellowship.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon
Oh.
as we were graduation, he started interacting with me and he told me, "Oh, you are from Karnataka." I was like, "Yes." And that is when he asked me that, would you be interested in joining my office, because I would like someone who is from Karnataka, number one, and someone who is well aware of parliament, how it functions, so that they will be of assistance. Plus committee work was something which I was totally unaware of that time. So that is how I joined the parliament with him. And then I was as a senior private secretary, that is the designation they gave me, senior
Okay.
private secretary to the chairman was my role.
Okay.
So
So
in
what do you
that
do in that role?
in that role as chairman, we have 32 MPs as members across all political parties. So we
Mm-hmm.
debate on the petroleum policies, like whatever policies are going to, uh, whatever we are planning to get in the parliament, we discuss
Yeah.
and deliberate on them. Of companies, we used to audit them, we used to call them for questions, we used to find out what is their targets. That time Ujjwala scheme was launched, providing free gas connections and cylinders to poor people. So it
Okay.
was kind of a very big thing which we were completely focused on what to
Mm-hmm.
do during
Okay.
2015 to 19
Mm-hmm.
period. We used to write reports which was submitted to the government. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, the committee writes reports and it submits to the ministry, because committee is ministry.
Got
So
it.
we recommend they implement. Now they implement or not is up to them, but our work is to give
But
them recommendations.
okay, what was the work-life balance like? Were you under a lot of pressure? Did it
Mhm.
meet your expectations of working for the government?
Yeah, in legislative side, it was more easier because it was all theoretical. I had to only recommend, oh, we can do this, we can do that. So a lot of recommendations. After 2019, we came there. So
Huh.
Prahlad Joshi became the minister for coal mines and parliamentary affairs, and I became his officer on special duty to the minister for coal. So now it is like I am getting recommendations, right, to implement. And now it is, the role has become opposite. So that is why I'm saying that the ideas are utopian, because now if they tell me to implement, like whatever recommendations I'm getting from the coal and mine sector, it is like, ridiculous.
Sure that you must have met Adanis and Jindas and all these like industrialists, which we have only heard. What was that experience like?
Meeting them was completely life-changing experience, I would say, because sometimes what I feel is that, like all these years, whatever I have read is of no use when I meet these people, because of course they are men of experience, they have stood up on their own feet, but the way they speak, the way they are practical is something which we will gain only out of experience. There is no other shortcut for it. So in the beginning, I was taken aback because I was one of the youngest in the office, including the whole council of ministers. There is no young officer on special duty. Usually, OSD's positions are given to people who are 40 plus of age.
Yeah. Hmm.
So I joined when I was 28, 29. So I
That
was
that
extremely
is
young.
crazy. I'm
Extremely.
very
And
proud of
people,
you for
yeah,
like at 28 being the officer on special duty to a minister is an achievement
it's
that
not
you
really.
can
Yes,
post for a lifetime.
you're absolutely right. And it was kind like people underestimate you, right? Like, bacha kon, like they never thought that I am the OSD. They were like, who is sitting in
I
the
think
chair?
that was the time when you started to go to the gym, right?
Yeah.
To just like compensate your age.
Gym,
Tell,
gym.
tell, tell us more about that.
So yeah, it was kind of in the beginning they used to underestimate because it's new, everything is new, you are a new face and new ministry, everything. But by the time it was 2020, like 2019, and I was a recognized face, because ultimately it's your work which speaks. It is not you as character.